Wagwan everybody, today I bust you upon something totally wicked, amazing and epic. This is Breadfruit Party. That's you. Yeah, man. That right. Give thanks.
Yeah.
And so when coconut got lean, I get bun.
Fuck your buff, man. Where you go on the night, man? You go. Done?
Yeah, man, that done. One go and I done that.
You want to look nice?
Yes, I know bun.
Nah, that boy get one, man.
Spoon.
Yeah.
This is the spoon that we use. No. You have to set the coconut good, and this is the spoon. And that's how you get jelly in Jamaica. Yeah, man, see there? Jelly. What is here going on?
You know, it's a pork head this.
This is a pork head, hog head.
Hog head.
You gotta stew this down. Yeah, man, I smell the seasoning already. And more.
Yeah, man.
So dump it in the pot, man. Pile up a whole heap already and cook it down nice and slow, make it get gummy.
Hi.
Well seasoned. Smell of that season just a rise. What you have in there? What you have in there? Onion.
Onion, scallion,
Scallion.
thyme, garlic, pimento.
Pimento
pepper.
in there. Yeah, man. Smell that nice. You see the scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
Little browning.
Yeah, man. Powder
Little meat seasoning.
Little jerk season.
Rub it down. Well seasoned. Seasoning a soak.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright, we are, no? Alright, so you can go and marinate it now, no?
That's just the first step. I make him sit a little bit too. Just a whole heap of pork head. How much hog head this, man? Two hog head? And all of that meat come off of that hog head. Hog head is a thing that people really not appreciate, you know. But there's a lot of meat and flavor in the head itself.
Yeah, man. Just take out the bone first, you know?
Debone it.
Yeah.
Man. Fully debone it.
Yeah.
That's a piece of the ears.
Yeah.
Just a load it up, pile up one whole tray of hog head. And this is just the morning segment.
I'm coming. They're coming here. No, sorry. You have put on the net.
Yeah, man.
Right, we are, no?
Everything out of the pot. Nothing. Now stay back till you're ready for cook.
Alright, guess what?
Lock him up now, make him go and soak.
Yeah, go and marinate.
Yeah, man. Korea, where are you over here, David?
Then I have some stew pork in there. About
Stew pork going on already.
Yeah, actually finished now.
It finished now. This is the morning one.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Some mix up season, blend seasoning for going there.
Yeah, a bit more spice area, yeah, still.
Yeah, man. Marinate the pot with more seasoning, get a nice healthy mix. Bring up the flavor in it.
You want to discover it for me?
Scotch bonnet pepper just gone in the pot and the pepper smell. Pepper is high.
I did not give it a nice little flavor everybody has
A little more time, little pepper, little blend up seasoning. Just make it go and cook down. And the best thing about it is a cook down pan, wood fire. And knead up some down. So this is the dough for the dumpling.
Yeah.
Healthy. After it rolls straight into the pot. What kind of soup that?
Goat belly.
Goat belly. Manish water. Yeah man, teamwork make the dream work. Body hands on deck. So roll off some dumpling and throw it in another pot there. Lick of the white rum gone in there. That's not liquor.
No, sir.
Just save some to drink. Oh, this brown stew chicken.
Yeah, up on the final and next.
Up on the final lap.
But just cut up some.
Yeah man, well seasoned, you can see it. You can add some more vegetables and stuff in there. Make it the right stew. The carrot can't go in while the chicken is cooking because it will overcook, so you have to add the carrots right when the chicken is about to basically finish cooking so that it doesn't overcook and doesn't cook down in the stew itself. The man have been buckled water. It's Uncle Lucky, all the water buckle for the breadfruit party. That bad. You think you see nothing yet? This is over where the breadfruit them are roast. This is where the breadfruits are roasting. One whole heap of breadfruit. Look at this. And it's just piled up into a wood fire. Oh man. Look at that. That's how you just use the stick and flip them, boss. Yeah man. I don't think I've ever seen this much breadfruit being cooked in one place, and there's more around the other side. Just a whole mountain.
400 breadfruit.
400 breadfruit? Yeah. You hear that? 400 breadfruit them have a cook. 400 breadfruit. If that not epic, I never seen nothing like that before. That's why this is a real breadfruit party. And this just started out in the morning with a couple of friends where they got some breadfruit, they got some mackerel and they started it, and then it grew and grew and grew until what it is right now, where them cooking 400 breadfruit for the party. That's something that Guinness Book, you need to come check this out, because I don't think so much breadfruit ever roast in a one household yet. This is just amazing to see 400 breadfruit being roasted at this party, and there's just a huge pile of breadfruit, just the smell of them roasting right here, and the fire is just a whole heap of wood, almost a tree that's basically made that pit for that breadfruit to lay in. And all of them roasting, you have to take a stick to turn them. As I walk up to the fire, the heat just comes off. Right, it's immense heat coming off of that, and we're in a hot Jamaican sun already. But look at that. Wow, that's spectacular. And roll them down, roll them into the pile that's roasted already. So as one come out, him swap it out and bring back down some more. That is epic. This is wicked. That smoke just pulling up. All of that breadfruit, getting all of that smoke in there as well. And it's going to just add that smoky flavor. The breadfruit don't have a lot of flavor. Don't have a lot of, some of them sweet when they turn, but some of them bland. So it soaks up the flavor of whatever you eat it with. Breadfruit is something that originated in New Guinea, and it was brought here by Captain Blight, but while he was bringing it here, there was a mutiny on board, and he was let out on the boat I think 300 miles at sea and found his way to an island where he went back to England and then went back for his ship, the Bounty, I believe the ship was called. They filled up the Bounty and they brought it to the West Indies for it to be had, and it was supposed to be a substance, a cheap substance for slaves to eat and consume. That's how the breadfruit made it from Polynesia, because it could be a cheap source of nutrition for the slaves in Jamaica, and that's how it came to our island. Them have mackerel, them have stew chicken, them have haggard, them have goat belly soup. You name it, there's just something going on. And that's just the beginning. This is just a breakfast part. So just I pick out the mackerel, salt mackerel, and the soak you out already. So you have to soak that mackerel to get the salt out of it. It's almost pickled mackerel, kind of. And still a day with the dumpling for going to the pot. Put the bones separate. So you have the mackerel, you have the bones, and then you have the meat. Some of that haggard going into the pot now.
Vinegar?
Just piling that haggard. It's soaked for a little bit, the season them, go right through the meat itself. Get some flavor into it and then just put it into the pot. That hot pot with that oil that was burning on that wood fire. Once that oil is heated, pour the haggard in there. Give it a mix and make it cook down. Yeah man, flavor starting to come up already. Smell nice, don't it? Yeah man. You hear the toe knock? Breadfruit everywhere. Breadfruit are cut up round and so breadfruit are roast round and so. Literally breadfruit everywhere. Everywhere look, breadfruit there. That Scotch bonnet smell high. I wanna get them pepper, man. Them pepper smell good, more awesome. I get them pepper, Corey. Westmoreland pepper them? Eh? And hot don't they? Them not just have the smell, they have the heat.
Yeah, they have the flavor.
Yeah man. That heat is coming off is extreme. Heat, that's the smoke that come off of the wood fire that goes into the pot now. So now you get a clear picture of how the smoke flavors in the pot. When I said you get a little smoky flavor and totally different and cooking on gas. I can check this pile of epicness. The heat coming off of this pile is totally immense. I mean, he has to be using a long stick. It's like walking in a lava pit of breadfruit. Look at that pile, and there's 400. Where do you find 400 breadfruit in this time? Good shift. Mackerel gone over. Just putting that mackerel on the fire now. Even it out. Oh, the stewed chicken. Over my shoulder is the kitchen, and as I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in there, but they also have different chefs coming throughout the day preparing different things. So this is a breakfast segment where you see the mackerel being cooked, the stewed chicken, the hoghead, the manish water is going to be throughout the day, and a pile of 400 breadfruits being cooked on another side of the property. So this is just a link up for friends. It started where they used to just link up, get some breadfruit and roast the breadfruit, and also while roasting the breadfruit they'll do some mackerel. Himself started out with just a couple of friends at his house, and then it became something where a little bit of mackerel turned into a pail of mackerel, 1 pail of mackerel turned into 2 pail of mackerel, 10 breadfruit turned to 20, 20 breadfruit turned to 100, and it turned to 400 right now. And this is just a home event that he has at his house, and we've been lucky enough to be invited to witness this epic creation of breadfruit proportions. Getting ready for curry out some chicken as well with that. You season the chicken already, Corey, so the chicken soak. It's frozen. Huh?
I just burn the curry. Jen, come here, just
Food start. Somebody wants some food right now. Load up with breadfruit. There's more than enough. Wow. It's out there. That's you. I mind this. Thank you. So we have the salt mackerel, we have the breadfruit, and we have even some pepper in there. Cooked down real nice. Yeah, stand them flimsy fork here, man. Big fork. So for the first bite of this, I went dig into the salt mackerel. Salt mackerel looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it's been cooking, it don't cook too long, but it looks good. Salt, but not too salt. Perfect for what this is. I drink up with friends, and you know, to soak up some of that good Jamaican rum, you have to have something salty to do it with. That's why we love saltfish and everything. That's probably why we pressure them so high, don't we? It looked like it was being meticulously picked. You're still going to have bones in there. Fine bones unless you go into detail with picking it out. And some of that. Start with food already. I think me I wait. Breadfruit is smoky. Roasted, not too sweet, perfectly. This isn't a turn breadfruit. This is a nice breadfruit. I just take up the salt and the mackerel and everything with it. I'm going to pair it like that. I add it like this, and you get the breadfruit and the salt mackerel together. That right, that's how the bite what you expect and be looking for. Perfect. Perfect. Little pepper, little crunch from some onion. Salty, smoky, all together. That bite though, you see when you put it together, the salt mackerel and the breadfruit, oh my gosh, that is the bite that we look for. I soak the mackerel to get some of that salt out. There's still a flavor, there's still salt in there, sure. But it's not salt where you cannot eat it or you cannot consume it. It's right on that perfect border. Well, I think they soaked it just right and they cooked it down just right. They added the tomato, the scallion, the onions, and the pepper. Don't forget the pepper. And cooked it down, just a quick sear on it. Come off it, serve it with the breadfruit and a good treat. So we started. Just stew chicken to your thing.
Yeah. But the matter is different, you know.
More breadfruit just a rough it. Going in at the stew chicken now, breakfast segment. You know that we have to try everything that them have available. And it's cooked on lovely, it's falling off of the bone. Literally fall, you can cut right through it with a spoon. Now going at the brown stew chicken now, cooked down, looks absolutely stupendously amazing. This is the stew chicken right here, so. This is the stew chicken cooked down, the same onion, garlic, pepper, scallion, little thyme, everything gone into it. And then just cook down till it's tender and you can take it out. Very good. No flavor, then put into it to get that stew like how it is. And I can tell you, it go well, and once if you have this with the breadfruit as well. The browning is not too much. They add browning on it to give it that color. And instead, that breadfruit, that one is extra smoky. That's lovely stew chicken. Oh, you can get piece of thyme. Piece of thyme. Nice. Just a base it. Make sure the seasoning goes soak through, and bring seasoning down. You bring it back some. Whenever get. And what did I have a share? This is a fried fish that's been cooked down. Fried, I thought it was fried dry, but it's actually quite juicy on the inside. You can see in there it still has some juice. Look like a poggy fish. Right now it's a fish that's fresh. Just I burn the curry to put the chicken in there now. Curry spice to that. Whoa, flavor. It's coming up, burning the curry. Everybody have them one style. It's when you burn the curry, mix it up in there, and bring out that flavor of it. Make that oil touch it and change it up so it, people say it loses the bitter flavor as well. Just load that chicken and drop it in there. There's big pot of curry chicken going up there now. Just literally hauling, grabbing as much chicken as you can and putting it into the pot. It cook down, give it a little stir, mix it up with the curry. There the color start to get on the chicken now. Then make that color touch the chicken, make sure all of the chicken flavors go in there. And then add a little more. Boy, yeah, hold it up now, different thing now. Pile them up, pile everything down in there now. I was literally bringing all of that, mounting it up into that huge pot. And that chicken already seasoned and soaked for overnight, literally 24 hours soak on it. And then everything goes in, clear out the pot, make sure all the seasoning that's left over head down into that pot. Don't leave nothing out, nothing go to waste. And Gita mix me, can't waste nothing, make sure everything go up now. And mix the curry so the curry that was burnt already, that flavor goes on to every piece of chicken. Until you lock it up and make it seal with the flavor and cook down.
Scotch bonnet.
Let me see it again now.
Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet. I'm not lie you. Wherever I get to the pepper from them road, smell.
Yeah.
Imagine the flavor coming out of them. Seed and everything gone in there.
When you talk about spice.
Straight into the pot with the hagget. All of that, that's that carrot. That's that tomato. Green pepper. And of course the scotch bonnet as well. Right into that huge stew pot of hog head. Literally deboned and then cooking down right now. Stew hog head. And of course, you mix the smoke. As you mix it in, you mix the smoke into it, let it flavor down in there. Huge pot. It's beautiful. You're getting a mixture. When I smell it now, you're smelling a mixture of that smoke with the food right there. And I can tell you, if that smoke gets into that hog head and into that meat, like how we presume it will. I know it's going to be a different flavor than cooking on the gas, but the mixture of this, the seasoning on it, the peppers that just went in, the pepper seed as well, all of that, once that cooked down more, expecting immense flavor in that pork head, or hog head as we say also. Knock, of course. Check the pot. Two big pot of curry chicken just coming out fresh off of the fire. And the gravy is down in there as well. Smoke still coming from the other pot. Why not that, Corey? Why not this? That's the pork? What, that the pork head? Or just stew pork? Yeah man, I have a little of the pork head by putting it in a cup.
David, you have a fish head with Kalimba?
Work until you get one piece of hog head right there to the jelly. And I don't bring that.
No.
Just a check. Me are going at the hog head now. Brought it, all the race things. So it's very gelatinous. It's a lot of fat that's in the hog head. So it's not coming together. That's when it cooked down, it has so much flavor in it. It's a whole heap of flavor that goes into it. Them stew it down with onion, scotch bonnet, you know the Jamaican stew ingredients, little thyme, little pepper, a piece of garlic and everything there. So. Wow. They melt. It literally melt. It literally melts in your mouth. Like, no joke. It's still very, I mean, it's fat, but it's not that tough consistency of fat. It cooked down that much where there's a little bit of meat on it. It's not a whole heap of lean that's there, but the fat itself is full of flavor. And so is the piece of lean that's on it already. A bare fat me get, because that look like me get some lean in there. But
that's why you have to add a second.
I mean, you can look down in the cup that I have. It actually has some of the seasoning on the side of it. So you know it's well seasoned. We saw when they brought it out and they make the seasoning soak. And that seasoning soak right in and stew down and cook down very, very long and over that wood fire. And that flavor in there is really good. It's not salty, not peppery, just nice, consistent, smooth flavor throughout. All of that is seasoned that left, and we get a nice hummer heat on it. Well seasoned, nice pepper flavor. So after that hog head was cooked for a long process and slowed, it's a lot of fat. The flavor is absolutely stupendous. There's a lot of seasoning that comes out in it. You're getting Scotch bonnet pepper, you're getting the heat off of it, but not just the heat. We could have smelled that Scotch bonnet pepper, how potent it was, and the flavors were just bursting out of it. It just brought a nice mellow heat, basically a symphony of just goodness that's going on there, going together well with the scallion, going well with the onions, the thyme, and other seasonings that went into it as well. For the music and anything else. Big up everybody, thank you to everybody in the video. Big up out to everybody. I'm out. Breadfruit Party was special.